Someone commented on our last Tulum Diaries videos asking, why did you choose Tulum and not Playa del Carmen? And I thought that was such a good question because when we started looking at properties in Mexico, Playa del Carmen was actually heavily recommended by our realtor. We looked at apartments and houses. We looked at different areas. We looked at Playa Car, we looked at Playa Aventuras, and we seriously considered it. But after looking at both places and really considering and trying to answer the question, how do we want to use this house? Not just as an Airbnb, but as our family home, we kept coming back to Tulum. And there were several reasons, maybe 5 or 6. So today I'm going to break down why we chose Tulum instead of Playa del Carmen, what we love about Tulum, and obviously the downsides of our decision because no place is perfect. So the first reason is very personal. It's just who we are. We love the suburbs. In the US, our home is in the suburbs. If you gave us an option to choose between a fast-paced, busy area and the suburbs, we're always going to choose the suburbs. So yeah, we weren't looking for a place that felt like a rush hour or how our work is. We were looking for a place that was slower, quiet, and much more peaceful. And again, peace is very subjective, but Tulum gave us the feeling that we were looking for. We wanted a place surrounded by nature, a place that is quiet and calm and we can hear the birds sing. And we just wanted a place where we can relax and feel at home and also feel like a vacation. The second thing that really helped us decide where we wanted to be was the property type. Playa del Carmen has a lot of beautiful apartments and condos, but honestly, we were looking for a freestanding single family home. We wanted the space, we wanted a private pool, multiple rooms, outdoor areas, the privacy that comes with a single family home. Especially because we travel with kids, that freedom is unmatched. Like when we're looking for a place to stay, we're looking for a place that the kids can run around, the pool that they can go and play and swim in, outdoor area where they can play in, a place where our family can come around. There is enough space for us to host our loved ones. We just wanted a place where our kids can run free and have a great time without people saying, oh, they are too loud or oh, they are too this. Also, we were thinking about the future. Currently, we travel with our kids, but they're not going to stay kids forever. They're going to grow. They're going to become teenagers and they're going to want their own space. So we wanted a place that could work with us in the different stages of life. They are going to grow, they're going to become teenagers, they probably will want their own space and not be around us all the time in the apartment. You feel like you have to sit and be with everybody all the time, but as they grow, they probably want to be in their rooms or be outside while we are inside. So we wanted a place that could grow with us. And honestly, there is a freedom that comes with having your own home, a house that an apartment can never give you. The third reason is the investment side. Yes, we wanted a vacation home, but in the back of our minds, we were also thinking which place will make the most sense for the rental market. And this is where we started to look at Playa del Carmen differently because Playa del Carmen actually has a very strong tourism industry. They have lots of resorts, boutique hotels, condos, and apartments. Obviously, that is good for tourism, but we were thinking where would our property fall in that scale, right? We didn't want a place that would compete with the already booming tourism industry. We wanted a place that felt different, and that's why we chose Tulum and also a home because we wanted the people that stay with us to feel like they are at home, even though they're in a different country and on vacation. Our home is a 4-bedroom house and has a private pool. It has an outdoor space. It's a gated community. And when we thought about the industry in Airbnb, this was something that we wanted to create. A place where people can come and have space and feel at home and have the ease. So we felt like Tulum made more sense for the type of Airbnb that we wanted to create. And let me emphasize, I am not saying that Playa del Carmen is a bad Airbnb market. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying our particular property and the location and the type of experience that we wanted to sell fits Tulum better. The next thing was the energy. And honestly, it's so hard to explain this one until you've been to both places. Playa del Carmen is more developed, lots of rush hours, busy streets, lots happening, restaurants, like everything is happening. It's upbeat, it's for the people that love the city life versus Tulum that is more slower, it's more jungle, cenotes, quiet mornings. And honestly, for us, our lives in the US is already busy. So when we're on vacation, we're looking for a place that is the opposite, and Tulum gave us that. We wanted a place where we could relax, maybe wake up in the morning, go into the pool, maybe go to a cenote, then go out for breakfast, come back home and just relax. We didn't want a place that we had to feel like we have to be on all the time. We just wanted a place where we can relax and be laid back and just enjoy our space. Side note, if my pitch is different, please pardon me because I've been interrupted so many times, and every time I come back, I have to figure out where I left off. So, where were we? Yeah, I was talking about how we felt like Tulum felt like what we were looking for. And I think this particular home actually made it even more special because it's in a gated community. It's a more quiet area in Tulum, so we can just come there and just hide and enjoy our house. Another reason is what there is to do. And I want to be careful here because I'm not saying that Playa del Carmen doesn't have things to do. Obviously, it does. But when we think about the experiences we wanted our family to have when we are on vacation, Tulum stood out. You have the ruins, cenotes, the biosphere reserve, the jungle, the beach clubs, restaurants, wellness centers, and spas. You can do day trips. You can go towards Akumal or Koba. You can go to Umair. There are so many nature and adventure experiences around Tulum that made it attractive to us because we are not the family that is going to go out and be walking around in the shopping complexes and shopping. And I know some of you love shopping when you're on vacation, and that's your decision, but it's not us. We love to have like experiences, and we're not like super adventurous people too, especially because we travel with kids, but we want to have things to do. We like to have things to explore. Now, I'll give Playa one advantage. The beach is readily accessible than Tulum. Depending on where you're staying in Tulum, getting to the beach sometimes can be a process. But in Playa, it doesn't matter where you're staying, you have access to the beach. The public beach is beautiful and readily accessible. So if you're truly a beach lover, that's something to consider if you're trying to decide between the two places. Now, one of the major downsides of living in Tulum is when we need to do a major shopping trip, we have to go to Playa because Playa has all the convenience stores. You think about Walmart, you think about Sam's Club, all the furniture stores are in Playa. So every time we need something major, we have to take the trip. So sometimes we'll drive to Playa, go take over our things, do all our errands, go grab lunch, and drive back. It's almost like we're getting the best of both worlds. We go to Playa when we want convenience, and then we come back to Tulum when we want a peace of mind. Honestly, we don't hate it because there is something beautiful about being able to drive to a busier area, go do everything that you want, and then come back home to peace and quiet. Hubby got a work call going on behind me, so I probably will have to pause and come back. You know what? Let's continue because I don't think I can come back and do this if I don't get it done. So let's continue. So let's get it done. Sorry, I took the break because I was hearing the background in the recording and I didn't like it. Okay, so I think it's important to make this distinction though because we didn't just buy Tulum, we bought this particular property in Tulum. Because you can have a completely different experience depending on where your property is located. For us, we found a home that checked a lot of the boxes we had. It's a single family home, it's in a gated community, it has a private pool, it has an outdoor area, it's surrounded by nature and greenery, and it gives our family the privacy and the space that we were looking for. And when we thought about how we wanted to experience the home and how we wanted our guests to experience it, this made sense. So I think that's something that I'm going to tell somebody who's looking to buy in Mexico. Don't just ask which one is better. Ask which place and which property actually fits the type of investment and lifestyle that I'm trying to create. And I think those two questions are completely different. So this is probably the biggest takeaway. I don't think Tulum is better than Playa or Playa is better than Tulum. I think they are better suited for different people. If you're looking for something that is more walkable, easier beach access, more urban, fast-paced, then Playa might probably be the place for you. But if you want nature, privacy, slower paced, adventure, did I say nature, then Tulum probably might be the best fit for you. Yeah, so for us, Tulum just made sense. And not that Playa is bad, we actually really liked Playa. And our realtor pushed us towards Playa for a good reason. And we actually looked into it and considered it, but asked ourselves, where would we actually want to spend our time? And what kind of home do we want our kids to grow up vacationing in? And what kind of experience do we want to give our guests? And for us, Tulum kept winning. So that is the long answer to the question, why did we choose Tulum instead of Playa? We chose Tulum because it felt like us and gave us the space and privacy that we wanted. It gave us nature and the slower pace of life that we wanted. It gave us the type of home that we wanted and also gave us the experience that we wanted to create for ourselves and our guests. But I would love to hear from you. If you were buying a home in Mexico, would you consider Tulum or Playa del Carmen, and why? If you're considering buying a property in either one, definitely let me know if there are any questions that you want answered, because there is so much that we learned through this process that we didn't know when we started. Or maybe in our next video, we should talk about what we're going to do differently if we were buying a home in Mexico all over again. Thank you for staying with me. Consider subscribing, like, comment, and let us know if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer them. Until next time, bye.